setbacks. I just had a setback and so I'm just stressed, unmotivated and of course uninspired. Why are these setbacks are? क्या setbacks का एक solution है? क्या हम अपने setbacks को अपने comebacks में turn कर सकते हैं? Yes! Of course, why not? And so, for solving out this problem of setbacks and turning our setbacks into comebacks, I have brought a best book review in which the book has the main focus on turning our setbacks into comebacks. And this BBR we have specially made in Hindi and English so that it can be easy for all of you to understand the main important points. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. 13 BBR is our wish, so let's start the video in a swish. So hey there and welcome back to my video series. This is Shraddha and you're watching UniqueChat BBR. Okay, so as today is another BBR Sunday and so I have brought for all of you a BBR video in which I have a really very great book for turning our setbacks into our comebacks, and it also has a really very great definitions for comeback and setback. And this book also has a really very great unique message which it always tells to us, and it is its main concept. And do you know what that message is? It is that a setback is nothing but a setup for a comeback. And yeah, you guessed it right. The book is, of course, A Setback is a Setup for a Comeback by Willie Jolley. And so for today's BBR, I have brought this amazing book, A Setback is a Setup for a Comeback, which is such a motivational book. And so if you have a setback in your life, don't forget to watch this video again, because this is a BBR video and also a motivational video, because this video is having loads and loads of inspirational quotes taken from this book. And also in this video, I'm going to give you all that special formula on which this whole book is based. And that formula is the correct formula to turn any of your setbacks into comebacks. So let's move to it. Okay, so 13 BBR is our wish, so let's start the video in a swish. So in today's video, we have on number 1, we have BBR My Review. Then on number 2 is hashtag BBR Experience, and then a big flash me to the best experiences you shared with me. And if you like the concept of our today's video, don't forget to watch the video till the end, because it's really a motivational video and it's going to help you a lot. Okay, so now let's move to our main focus, which is BBR My Review. So I have brought this book, A Setback is a Setup for a Comeback by Willie Jolley. So as I've already told you all, that this book has about a very great formula which is divided into 4 parts. So this book is divided into 4 parts, and in that part there is each and every of that formula. So there are 4 of that formula steps, and so I'm going to tell you all about it. But first, let's get into what is a setback. A setback is, you can just see, a stop, a limited stop for your process or interruption in progress for a limited time. And I'm also going to give you all a very great quote in the BBR of my review in the middle time, and it is really very great for you to understand that a setback is just for a limited time. It's just not the end of your time. Okay, and now let's get into what is a comeback. A comeback means return to a former position or condition as of success or prosperity. Now you all must know that setback and comeback both have many more meanings. As it's English language, they have many more meanings. And so the correct meanings of setback and comeback are explained in this book. A setback is a setup for a comeback. Now let's move. So this book is a how-to manual to turn your life's obstacles into opportunities, your scars into stars, and your failures, your setbacks into power. And so now let's move to the next, and it is that this book is divided into 4 parts. I've told you. Let's move to this formula. So this formula is called VDAD formula. So let's move. The first is power of vision, power of decision, power of action, and power of desire. VDAD formula. Now you can see a picture here. This tells us what is this formula really. Now we are going to get in detail what is this formula, and this book also has the 12 steps for you to enter in this formula, and I'm sure that this formula is really going to help you all in solving out that setback, turning it into your comeback. तो अब अगर आप 2 पार्ट्स लेंगे, और नंबर 1 पार्ट हाइड्रोजन है और on number 2 part is oxygen, and when you're going to add hydrogen and oxygen आपको वाटर मिलेगा. The same is true कि जब आप विजन को डिसीजन से ऐड करेंगे और उसमें डिजायर और एक्शन ऐड करेंगे, तब आपको ये फॉर्मूला मिलेगा और तब आपके एनी ऑफ योर सेटबैक्स को आप कमबैक्स में टर्न कर सकते हैं. लेकिन ये 4 जो फॉर्मूला है VDAD, ये सारे मिक्स होने चाहिए. और नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द 12 स्टेप्स. और ये जो 12 स्टेप्स है ये आपको स्टेप बाय स्टेप, पॉइंट बाय पॉइंट एक स्पेसिफिक फॉर्मूला देंगे, और उसमें आपको 12 स्टेप्स और टिप्स मिलेंगे जो स्टैंड करता है टेक्निक्स, फॉर्मूलाज, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ फॉर्मूलाज, आइडियाज, प्रिंसिपल्स फॉर सक्सेस. और ये जो 12 स्टेप्स है वो अब हम देखने वाले हैं. सो लेट्स गेट नोइंग विद द 12 स्टेप्स. At number 1 is perspective. Check your vision. What are you seeing right now? Because what you see is what you get. Now on number 2, recognize it's life 101. Sometimes you are the invention and sometimes you are the bug. Now on number 3 is focus on your goal. Because by focusing on your goal, you can reach your life of success. Now the 4th one I have for all of you is take actions. Now whenever you take actions, in each of our BBRs, a lot of these motivational books, we are having this tip, and it's a fixed tip. It is take actions. Now in this book, this is also a step which is the must-have step. So it says that you can have cameras. आपके पास आप कैमराज ला सकते हैं, आप लाइट्स ला सकते हैं, लेकिन कुछ भी नहीं होगा अगर आप एक्शन नहीं लेंगे. So what you need to do is you can have cameras and lights, but nothing happens unless and until you take action. So start by taking actions. And so on number 5 is take decisions. Now you can have a setback. Now you have had a setback. Now it's all over to you what you need to do. So start by taking decisions. Now the next is, I have brought a really very great. It is do not panic. Every time we have a setback, we are always panic. So what this book says, stay calm, collected, and positive, because panic doesn't have any power. Now the next one I have is take responsibility. Face it, trace it, erase it, replace it. These are a really very great pair of rhymes. I really love it, and they really have a very big impact on our life. Now the next thing I have for all of you is called stop and think. Now what we do is we just always do on panic. We just are panicked. So what we need to do is stop. At that moment, we need to think what we are going to do next. So make sure if you have a setback, remember all of these steps or tips, that whenever you have a setback, stop at that time, think for a while what you're going to do the next. Okay, and so the next I have is called harness your anger. Don't lose it, use it. Okay, and so the next I have is called have faith. We always lose faith when we have such terrible things. We just say that they are just failures, but failures and setbacks have really very great and big meanings. Failure means stop at that time. And setbacks means there's just a comma in that sentence to complete. Means you can say I had a setback, but when you say setback, remember that every setback has a comma. The next sentence is still incomplete, so you can make that another sentence, that still incomplete sentence, into positive, make it successful. Now the next I have is a very great thing which we all say yes. Yeah, say yes. Make a commitment to your commitment. Always say yes for these motivational great things. Make commitment to your commitment. Okay, so 12th and the last step or tip I brought for all of you, and in this book it is, make it okay to say it's all good, be thankful, have an attitude of gratitude. And so these were the 12 steps we got from this book, and we are going to see in detail about this book, little bit of detail about it, but the rest you all need to read. Now we have given a very big summary, and I'm also going to give you all that one thing I'm really very excited to give, that whatever you do when you wake up, when you start your day, जब आप आपका day start करते हैं, तो उस day के 20 minutes, hardly 20 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes, आप बहुत ज़्यादा positively, full of motivation और inspiration से what you can say pass करें. Now you're gonna say why to do this, क्यों ये सब करना है. Then the answer to this is when you start your day with full of motivation, और जब आपका जो day है वो in positive way जब आप उसे start करते हैं, तब आपको एक बहुत ज़्यादा एक्साइटमेंट रहती है कि आज मेरे डे में क्या होने वाला है. एंड सो यू आर जस्ट लाइक यू आर मोर टू ट्राई मोर, एंड यू आर हैविंग अ न्यू पर्सपेक्टिव, and you are just very excited about being alive. And if you are very excited about being alive, then you are going to try more. और जब आपके full day में बहुत ज़्यादा different types of things try करेंगे, तब आप बहुत ज़्यादा achieve कर पाएंगे. And so this is the thing I'm really trying out, and it's really very effective. So when you wake up, first 10-20 minutes, however, whatever you want, just pass them full of positivity, inspiration, and of course in a very positive and calm way. It's really going to help you all. Now as we have got all of these 12 steps and tips, let's move to which step has what. So now these 12 steps form the VDAD formula. Now let's see which of these steps or tips fall in which of these part of formula. So the first is the power of vision. So the vision has step 1, step 2 and step 3. Now the vision has step 3s. Now the next is the power of decision. It has step 4, step 5 and step 6. Now the power of action. It has step 7, step 8, step 9. And the last is the power of desire. It has step 10, 11 and 12. So all of these 4-part formula has about 3 steps in it, and so it makes 12 steps altogether. So now as we've got which part has which different types of tips, let's move to the next thing. Now at the end of each chapter, there are some specific points called the teaching points, and we're also going to get what are the teaching points, and I'm also going to tell you which of these teaching points I love the most. But first thing is choose to program yourself rather than letting negative thoughts program you. So start by programming yourself. Choose your destiny and choose your progress, your success, and choose to win. Okay, so this book also has 3 questions. I'm not going to tell you all in detail about it because the video is going to be so long and you're going to be bored. And so I'm just going to tell you what are these questions. So there are 3 questions. First is IQ, intelligence quotient, AQ, adversity quotient, and EQ, emotional quotient. Now you need to read it and find out what are these questions, and I'm going to comment for you and for me. Write down this below that what is the most beautiful quote you loved, which is the inspirational quote which really gives you a lot of inspiration, and I'm just very curious to know that comment. Okay, so now let's move to the teaching points. So what are these teaching points? Teaching points क्या है? तो teaching points है कि जो इस book में जो 12 steps है, उन 12 steps में एक इंसिडेंट और स्मॉल स्टोरी होती है जिससे हमें कुछ सीख मिलती है, और उस स्टोरी में बहुत सारे इंस्पिरेशनल कोट्स होते हैं, इन मैसेजेस होते हैं. तो उन मैसेजेस को कंबाइन करके टीचिंग पॉइंट्स है. मतलब नाउ यू कैन सी, अगर अब मैंने ये पेज खोला तो दीज आर दी टीचिंग पॉइंट्स. मीन्स ये एक फुल स्टोरी है और फिर इस स्टोरी में जो इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स है वो टीचिंग पॉइंट्स है और वो लास्ट में बताते हैं और वो बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल है। और मुझे ऐसे बहुत सारे टीचिंग पॉइंट्स अच्छे लगे जो मैं अब आप सबको बताने वाली हूँ। Now let's move to the quotes I love. So the first word is really very effective, and I'm also going to give that what is the correct meaning. Now it is, see it as a setback with a comma rather than a setback with a period. Now here this is having a really very great meaning. So even if you're having a setback, this is really going to help you. Now what is that? A setback. We are going to break this. See it as a setback with a comma. So it means that the sentence is not completed yet. So you can turn your setbacks into comebacks. And what it means that rather than seeing it as a setback with a period. Now here period means in English language full stop. Full stop is also called as period. So rather than setback, full setback means you can't change. It's like a failure. So instead of that, choose to make a setback, to see a setback as it's just a comma. So you need to complete that sentence. It's all about you need to complete that sentence. So ये जो sentence है वो बहुत ज़्यादा effective और मुझे वो बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा ये quote कि see it as a setback with a comma rather than seeing it as a setback with a period. आप भी इस quote को रोज़ अपने what you can say daily quotes में use कर दीजिए और ये बहुत ज़्यादा effective. और अब हम next के लिए जाते हैं और वो बहुत ज़्यादा effective है. I mean that each and every of these quotes are effective. So the next is, in school we get lesson and then we get test, but in life we get first lesson or first test, then we get lesson. मतलब in school हमें पहले lesson सिखाते हैं और फिर हमें test देनी पड़ती है, but in life what we do is पहले हमें test देनी पड़ती है और फिर हमें उसका lesson मिलता है. Okay, so let's move to the third best quote I loved. Quote I love is vision, decision, desire and action. These all are a very powerful team. Don't leave them alone in the home. So you need to take this VDAD formula with you wherever you go. Now the next is make a commitment to your commitment. So say yes to your commitment and make a commitment to your commitment. Now the next I have is, you can just see, take actions, but an action without a vision is just like a substance. So what you need to do is take action and also mix that vision with it, and you're going to find the path of success. Don't forget the desire and decision. Now the next I have is do what is necessary, not what is comfortable. Okay, and so these were the inspirational quotes I really loved. Now there are loads and loads of quotes which you can find really very inspiring. और ये था मेरा BBR my review. Now this is a little summary of this book because I have given you VDAD formula, also those steps and a lot more things. And I do hope that अब आप ये setback is a setup for a comeback book read करेंगे. बहुत ज़्यादा effective, मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी ये book and this was a really very nice topic. मुझे इस बेस्ट टॉपिक पर रिव्यू करने के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा और इस बुक से मुझे बहुत सारे इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स मिले और ये बहुत ज़्यादा इजी है रीड करने के लिए. और इसमें जो सीख होती है, लाइक आई टोल्ड यू टीचिंग पॉइंट्स, उसमें एक स्टोरी और इंसिडेंट होता है जो रीड करने के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग है. आप सब भी इसे रीड करिए, बहुत इफेक्टिव है ये बुक. और या दिस वॉज माई BBR माई रिव्यू एंड आई डू होप दैट यू गोना लव दिस वीडियो एंड दिस ब्यूटिफुल बुक. और अगर आपको ये वीडियो बहुत अच्छी लगी तो डोंट फॉरगेट टू लीव अस अ लाइक. उस ग्रे कलर के लाइक बटन को प्लीज़ ब्लू कर दीजिए और उस सब्सक्राइब बटन को जो रेड है वो अब आप ग्रे कर दीजिए और उस बेल आइकन को भी ऑल के लिए नोटिफाई कर दीजिए. तो आपको मेरे हर वीडियो की नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले आएगी और वो बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा है क्योंकि आप फर्स्ट कमेंटर में आ जाएंगे. ओके, सो लेट्स मूव टू द हैशटैग BBR experience. So it is that you can share your experience about how you felt after listening to this book's review. Now first I was telling for reading this book's review, but no, how you felt after listening to this book's review. What are the important points you liked from this book? And I'm going to comment from all of you with a hashtag #flashmeonce or a hashtag BBR. And what you're going to do is just drop comments with your inspirational quote or what you learned and loved from this book. And I'm really very curious about all of it. And yeah, so let's move to the hashtag flash me once, and I must include that each and every of your hashtag BBR experience. Now even if you give your hashtag experience in our previous BBR videos, you're gonna get a flash me in our recent videos. It's not like that in today's video only you need to give a hashtag BBR experience. Okay, so let's move to the hashtag flash me once, and a big flash me to the best experiences you shared with me. Okay, and so this was the hashtag flash me once, and I do hope that you love this hashtag flash me once. And yeah, this was my review, this was my video, and of course don't forget to leave all of your comments. And so that was all from me for all of you today, and I hope you loved the video and hope you loved this special BBR concept. And in the meanwhile, a new video with a new special concept. It can be BBR or any other motivational best concept waiting for all of you. And of course, you all have learned it on next Sunday at sharp 5 p.m. So please stay tuned at that time, and of course connected. Don't forget to leave your likes, subscribe, and what you can say, notified bell icon, and also loads and loads of comments and share. And so that was all from me. I really hope, or I know that this review is really very helpful for all of you. And till that time, unique readings, happy watching, happy learning, happy reading this beautiful book, happy gaining that knowledge, and unique readings.